What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Football Unfiltered. You know what? This is the best time of the year. We got Football Unfiltered World Cup edition. This is the best time of the year for us as football fans, and then we can wait to get into it. So, my name is Carl Phillip. I'm your host, and I have my co-host tonight, Alain Levy. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, coach, man, I'm here. I'm good, excited, happy. Let's
Yeah,
do
man.
this.
So for our fans out there, we know that you guys are watching the game. So it's okay that you can catch our episode a little bit later. So we're gonna try to keep it as short as possible, so you guys can get back in the game. So I know that you guys been waiting on us, especially after what happened this weekend, to talk about the game going on and the game that just happened. So Alan, before we go into details about the different games, uh, how's your World Cup so far? Your World Cup experience so far?
Man, my World Cup has been fun, exciting. I am surprised to see how many fans are out there. Those stadiums are filled. So all the noise that we heard about, people not participating, not coming to the games, yes, the tickets are kind of pricey, but you know what? I think the fans, the true fans are realizing, you know what? It's a one lifetime event happening here in the US, Mexico, and Canada, especially in the US because we live in the US and I'm seeing a lot of fans showing up. I know we're going to jump into this, but I want to give kudos to my Haitian community for stepping up and supporting the Grenadiers. They went and did everything that they could last night to win a game, but this is sport. Things don't happen your way all the time. But guess what? Friday is going to be D Day. This is gonna be our day. So I'll stop right there, coach, and I'll let you talk. See, I'm hyped up tonight. I'm hyped up.
You are really hyped up, but you're right, man. At the end of the day, soccer is the game for the fans, and the fans, as the fans have answered the calls. And with everything leading into the World Cup about the ticket prices and everything else going on in the world, so there were like some people were kind of nervous about the games and are the stadiums gonna be filled, et cetera, et cetera. But the fans, the true fans, and the billions of people watching the World Cup over the world, they responded. You could see, I mean, you could feel the atmosphere, the sense of pride from all the countries participating, especially from the fans. And at the end of the day, football unites people, right? This is a unity. This is a time. My best thing so far was to see the orange sea today.
Oh my
How
orange,
all
the
those
orange
people,
army. Oh my
the
God.
orange army, yeah. So see all how these people just you know stay with the bus, going with the bus. I mean, this that was a beautiful scene, and especially the those guys, the pregame shows. I think the pregame shows has been exceptional, depending where you watch the game. I think Thierry Henry and Zlatan are just a phenomenal with the way they make the World
Mm.
Cup interesting, and also it's good too because in the past, you got, I mean, you still got Alexi Lalas in there, but to have a different opinion from especially guys like Thierry Henry, who's been part of the CBS broadcast
Mhm.
for the Champions League and have him covering the World Cup for the English, for people watching in the US, especially on Fox. I think those guys are amazing and they're doing a great job. But enough of that. Let's uh, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Huh? We got Ale rocking his Haitian jersey. So Ale, not to go into the emotions. I know what happened. So what was the first thing when you're looking at the experience of the game, the pre-game? What was the first thing that stuck with you after yesterday?
I mean, I will say for me, looking the first scene that struck me was, I mean, I saw Haiti was going to play, right? But I saw the players like walking out, of the locker room. And I said, no, is that really happening? Is that really happening, man? And I saw Placide. He was at the head of the team, and then they were walking out, and then they kind of
Or warm
released the
up.
Haitian flag,
Yeah.
on the course. And then I saw this happening. Like I said, oh my goodness, this is actually happening. I think for me was I that was it for me. Like seeing that flag, seeing our players, our boys walking out, holding their head high.
Yeah.
They were walking, but they deserve to be there. It's not like we got there by chance. We've earned our spot in this World Cup. So I was really happy, very proud to see that. When they sung that Dessalinienne, I saw all the Haitian, standing up, and singing the song, and I was just standing up. I wish I was in the stadium, but I'll be there. I'll be there soon, right, to watch one of those games. And for me, that was it. Yes, I'm not gonna go to the games. Things happen. We know what the final score was, but I think the fact that the players were out there, they sung a national anthem, and they played their heart out, and that's what I want us to be remembered for.
No, you're right, man. Yeah, I echo your sentiment, man. For me, the moment that was very emotional for me. As a matter of fact, I had a watch party at my house. For people that know me, I don't like to watch my favorite team with other people. Unless you're gonna root for the same team as me, I like to be home, watch the game by myself, and suffer by myself. But for me, it was a historic moment. It was the first time in 52 years that Haiti was back in the World Cup. So I figured that what's the best way to celebrate? I mean, for me, I look at it as a celebration. I said that what was the best way to celebrate this moment with fellow Haitians? And so that's why I decided to have a watch party at my house with all my, fellow Haitian from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Hey guys, thanks for coming to my place last night. But to go back to what you were saying, for me, the real emotion was doing the warm up. So many years we watch, everybody has been watching the show. They know that outside of Haiti, Alain is a big Brazil fan. We're going to talk about Brazil, and I love Argentina as well. I love Argentina myself. So, and for us as fans, the biggest moment for us when we watch our team is it's the warm up. When you see those guys get in the field to just warm up, you see the excited. It's like, oh man, them boys are ready. And then you try to look for hints to say, hey, let me see how this guy's looking, how he's gonna, take the field for warm up. And to be able to see that with Haiti, man, I was like, oh my God, that was emotional. So I actually took a video of it, just took a video of those guys. The broadcast had Haiti and those guys taking the field for the actual warm up. So I mean, it was a very emotional game. You talk about the Desalinian, so we all stood up and sung La Desalinian yesterday for Haiti. So it was, even though we lost the game, but I think it was a great moment for us as Haitian that we can say that hey, we were proud of it, and those guys were there for us, and then we were there for them, and then also the fans. Kudos to all the fans that make the trip, or if they're from Boston that went to the game. There was a great support, Haitian support yesterday at the stadium, so it was great to see that. So now, Alain, we talk about the emotions and how we felt watching the game. So let's get into the games itself. So final score 1-0 Scotland. So what's your assessment of the game?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be very blunt. I think that's a game that we could have won. We could have won the game at least 2-1.
Yeah.
We could at least have a draw. 1-1 was definitely realistic.
Hmm.
Um, we just failed to capitalize. I mean, I'm not even gonna start talking about the referee. I know there's a lot of talks online about penalty kicks and stuff and fouls. That's a whole different conversation. I'm mostly concerned about the execution piece. I think we failed to execute when needed to. We
Hmm.
took a lot of shots that didn't land anywhere. I think Bellegarde needs to kind of calibrate his shots better, and then we need to have more finishing, more discipline. When we get near their side of the field. So I get it. It was our first game. And the nerves here are you know, kind of sketchy, and it's a big moment.
Yeah.
But we cannot go with the mentality that we're gonna rely on penalty kicks on the referees to be on our side. If you're gonna go and play a World Cup, you gotta go to win. You gotta go play to score goals. And when you have opportunities to take shots, you take shots, and you don't waste those opportunities. I feel like there were a lot of wasted opportunities where, honestly, we wasted a lot of balls. We didn't see the field where we needed to see the field. We didn't pass the ball when we needed to pass the ball, and we took a lot of unnecessary risks. So I think this was on us. I don't feel like Scotland was a better team at all. I think they got lucky. They got an auto goal. It was our own personal goal, like from our own mistakes. So
Yeah.
it's a beatable team, and I think we just have to do our best next time. We have Brazil on Friday, and then we have Morocco on the 24th. So we gotta at least come out with 4 points, within the next two games.
It will be ironic how Haitians love Brazil, and to see that if Haiti is gonna have a win, they're gonna get it against Brazil. But anyway, but you're right. I mean, if I gotta go back, when you look, I think your assessment is right on. Obviously, there was some calls that could have been favorable for us. I think the PK, I think the PK was I think the ball that hit the guy hand was definitely a PK. But again, we could have had the PK and missed it. You never know. But I think what you said was right. Uh, we wasted a lot of opportunity. I think the header that Pio had was another one that we could have scored, and we were wasteful. We had more corner kicks than them. We had more free kicks than them, and then we did not capitalize on anything. And on that goal, that was an own goal. I don't know what Bellegarde was doing. I don't know why he felt like he has to stick his foot out when there were like two guys already that could have blocked the shot. But anyway, it wasn't meant to be. I think when I look at it from a tactical standpoint, because I've been watching Haiti the last a lot the last year. So when I look at it from a tactical standpoint, and I would never go and criticize a coach because it's not because I'm a coach myself, but again, they're the one that see the game, they're the one that prepare the team, and they know what kind of players they have. Us as fans, we're just looking from a different perspective. They're the one that do practice and know what kind of players they have, and then they know what they gotta put the best formation to be successful. But the only thing I would say was uh, the way they used Belgrade yesterday, in my opinion, was not favorable for him. Belgrade is the kind of guy that behind. He has to play behind the forward, and I felt like yesterday the formation was like a 4-4-2. And the 4-4-2, that's the old school of soccer. You got 4-4-2. You got four defenders, four midfielders, and then two attackers. The problem I see with the 4-4-2, I see that both Isidore and Pio, they are the same player. They are the same type of player. They have to be the guy that gotta be a lone striker, and then you gotta give him the two ball off of Pio. You play the ball in the air, and then he crosses, right? But Isidore is not the type of player that had to go back, that have to be withdrawn and then get the ball from the back and then kind of go at the defense. So when you have the two players that are similar the way they play, that create a problem. Now, and I go to the midfield. So you got the two guys on the outside mid, and then you got the two center mids. So when you have Belgrade try to take the ball all the way back, all the way up, and they have to go all the way back to get the ball. So from I mean, he got great stamina, and then we talk about it was hot. So you can see that there's a lot of mistake that he played is because all the field that he had to cover. So that's why when he got in the offensive third, he was not as effective as he could be. So, in my opinion, right now, when you're looking at soccer, and we're gonna talk about Morocco with Brazil, Morocco did a really good job, and also the U.S. by make the midfield crowded. So for me, I would have played a five midfield. So you got two guys playing defensive mid, or we call holding mid, and then you have Belgrade in front of them. Plus you got the two outside, and then you have a lone striker. So because when it comes to soccer, the battle of the midfield is the most important thing. You got to be able to possess the ball, to hold the ball. And I feel like at times our midfield was too stretched out. And then that's why I feel like Belga did not play the best game. It's easy to criticize people, but as coach, you have to put your players in a position to be successful. So I felt like yesterday, when you play against a team with Scotland that have high energy, that play very physical, the way you gotta keep it, you gotta be able to hold the ball. So I believe that for me, the three best player for Haiti yesterday was Providence, Experience. Those guys were amazing on the left side, and also I did play a really good job, really good game yesterday as well too. He was very solid in the air. He was winning a lot of balls, but again, we love things to be hard, right? We love the hard road for Haiti. That's what we love. We love challenge. You're right. My after the game, I was very disheartened because I was like, man, that was that game. That was the game that we needed the most. But listen, we have to play what's on the schedule, so we have to move on. That's one thing about the games. You gotta have short term memory. We have to move on and focus on Brazil, regardless of who we play. That's who we gotta play. We gotta focus on Brazil. So hopefully, good thing is we didn't have anybody that get hurt yesterday, so that was always a good thing. We didn't have any red cards. I know, Alain, that was one of your biggest concern when we
Yep.
talk about it. So that's also a good thing. So we just got to get ready and play Brazil on Friday. So that's all we got to do and make the best out of the game. So speaking of Brazil, as so Brazil Morocco 1-1. Uh, what do you think went wrong for Brazil in that game?
Yeah, it's simple. They don't have a midfield. They don't have someone that can really dictate the pace of the game. They need that middle guy, that Cruz. They don't have that guy. I know that's the role they want Neymar to be playing, but we don't have a Ronaldinho. We don't have that player. I feel like Brazil is all over the place. I think everybody's trying to do everything sometimes or most of the times. And then, they're relying on their individual talent to play. And Vini is running all over the place. Sometimes he plays defense, sometimes he's on the right, sometimes if I feel like everything has to come through Vini. Vini cannot win a game by himself. Okay, he's not that guy. He's individually gifted. I will give him that, but Vini cannot take the team on his shoulder and lead the team to victory. So we need that person. I don't know who it is. I'm not sure if Neymar is going to be fit enough to come back and show us that he's the guy. But I don't see Brazil going far in this tournament. I think they got lucky, honestly. They got lucky. I feel like because Morocco could have scored at least two more goals. There are some missed opportunities, but Brazil is beatable. I mean, I'm telling you, if Haiti honestly realizes, you know what, we can calm down, dictate the pace, control the ball, don't waste opportunities, I don't see how impossible it is right now. Honestly, because it's Brazil and I respect Brazil, I will give it a 40-60. I think there's a 40% chance that Haiti wins the game. There's a 60% chance that Brazil wins the game. If we don't get a goal in the first 15, 20 minutes of the game, I think there's going to be more pressure on Brazil, and I think we're going to have a chance. If they get to score within the first 5 minutes, it's going to be a long night.
I like your optimism, man. So
Okay.
I
Okay.
like no seriously. I like your optimism and I want to believe you, but we gotta think about it, man. We're gonna play against a pissed off Brazil who's just gonna face the music of their own people, and then they have to play Haiti. So so
Mhm.
and that's my biggest thing. You got when you have a team with that type of caliber player, and then they are pissed off. I mean, you think about it. Everything that you're saying, they hearing it as well too from their own fans, their own people. And they know that. They know that as well too. So you are right. So I think for me, uh, Neymar is not going to play midfield. I mean, and I don't know what you meant by midfield. Was it somebody that a creator? I don't know if
Yes,
that's what you meant.
that can pass
Yeah,
the balls,
yeah,
manage the
but
game. Yep.
yeah, but Neymar's gonna play like a withdrawn forward. He's gonna create. But I think the biggest problem with Brazil. So I'm gonna say this guy's name. His name is 18-year-old Moroccan Ayub Buradi. That kid by himself neutralized the entire Brazil midfield. 18-year-old kid that was playing for the U21 friends last year and then decided to play for Morocco in the World Cup. This kid, he's so, I mean, he's pure class. I could understand how this kid by himself put both Casimiro and the other guy in his pocket. He had both guys in his pocket. And I think that's the biggest problem with Brazil. It's not even the creating problem, it's the fact that Casemiro is no longer the Casemiro that we need.
Hmm.
So, and then that part, having the ball, having it's not even the creating part. It's I feel like Brazil was not controlling the ball. I mean, I've never seen in my life watching a Brazilian teams turning the ball over constantly. I mean, the first 20 minutes of the game against Morocco was abysmal.
Horrible.
Just watching. I mean, I've never seen Brazil turning the ball. Those guys could even keep the ball. So I think that's the biggest problem I see with Brazil is that guy that's gonna contain the midfield, just like the kid from Morocco. That because at one point Brazil took over the game. The momentum shifted a little bit, especially in the last 20 minutes of the first half, and then also in the first 20 minutes in the second half. And then Morocco looked to that kid, that 18-year-old kid, to kind of settle, control the pace of the game. And this kid, at one point, they were pressing. This kid had that skills, like he was beating those guys, like it make it look so easy. This kid is a revelation. For me, he was the best midfielder. He was the best player that I've seen in those games that I watched already. He was so impressive. And to find out that he's only 18 years old to play with
Hmm.
that much confidence and with that much class, whoo, Morocco, Morocco is the team. Ooh, Morocco is one of them, man. But I take, you know, I mean, I think Brazil gonna bounce back, and it's good for Brazil. Good for Brazil that they play. I mean, they're gonna play Haiti and Scotland. To go back. I think the two best team in that group were of Brazil and Morocco. You can see that the level of soccer is so much elevated. I don't see Scotland and giving either team too much problem. But the games don't get. That's why you play the games. So we'll see what's gonna happen. We still got a lot of games to play, and we have a lot of team to see. So I'm gonna answer that question. In your opinion, what team impressed you the most in the last couple of days that for start of the World Cup?
USA, baby. That is by far. Wow. What a game. What
Yeah,
a game. Those boys came in and they shocked the world. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say anything more. They played their heart out. That's the first time I've seen a U.S. team dominate a South American team that way. Paraguay. Let's talk about Paraguay here. This is not an easy team to beat. I mean,
Yeah.
you and I have been watching Paraguay for 30 years.
Yeah.
It's typically a 1-0, maybe 2-1, mostly 0-0 because those guys are very tough to beat.
Yep.
Man, I was whatever Pochettino did to prepare those guys, he did a great job. He did a
He,
great job. I know
he
it's only
heard
the
you,
first
Ale.
game. Huh?
He heard you, man. He heard you.
No, it's like I'm telling you, it's the first game. There's a lot more games to come, but I think if the US comes with that same level of intensity,
Hmm.
unafraid, and then keep that high pressure, like you always talk about, that high pressure and Ballingan, oh my God, this guy, amazing. I'm telling you, I was shocked. I was amazed. I was excited. I was happy. And I'm expecting this team to keep that momentum. So if we can have two more games that way, I think this team can go far in this tournament.
You know, Ale, I agree with you again. So, I mean, I think a lot of people want to see what happened between Germany and Curacao today, and then you'll be
Mm.
like, oh my God. And then even Morocco, the fact that Morocco held was to a 1-1 game. Everybody wants to, for me, the most impressive team, and for me, was the U.S. Because you think about it, playing a World Cup at home, having all the pressure and the weight of the World Cup at home, and especially all the criticism that that team had to endure from past former players, from their latest performances against a couple teams, the way they play in the Gold Cup. So everybody like, let's see let's see what they're gonna do, and for them to show up like that, I mean, it's unbelievable. And they started the game hot from start to finish. It was a complete game. It was a complete game by the U.S. It was amazing to see. So listen, I'm gonna say something here, and you know, and people might think that, oh yeah, just college is talking, but I watched the U.S. play since 1994. I'm not gonna say that I don't know the results are gonna be because only time will tell. So for me, since 1994, that was the best U.S. team that I've seen play. So
I
and
agree.
and let me explain that. I'm not saying they are the most talented team. And then I'm not saying that that's the team that's gonna go the farthest because the 2002 teams went all the way to the quarterfinal, right? Uh, but when I see that team play as the entire team as a whole. For me, that was the most impressive team. The way they move the ball, the way they dominate the ball, uh, the way they dominate the ball, and then you looking at they were playing a South American team, and 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 Des, they were abusing those Paraguayan players on the way. I mean, I'm talking about abusing. So for me, that was very impressive. And Flo, whew, Balogun, I mean, this guy, he's a finisher. I love him. And then I saw him play against Germany. It was very impressive in my opinion. And then I saw him also play another game. It was one of the friendly that they played. So I believe that the U.S. I mean, the most. I always say the most difficult game in the World Cup is the first game, right? Because you got all the nerves, and you got guys playing in a World Cup for the first time. I mean, the World Cup is a different tournament. I don't care what people say. The World Cup is a different tournament because you representing your team, all the emotion that come with it. So I always think that the World Cup is the first. The first game is the most difficult game. Now that you calm the nerves down, so now you can get ready for the second and the third game. And for the U.S. to play in that fashion, to be that dominant, in my opinion, that was the best performance that I've seen so far in the World Cup. So I know Jeff Polica say who are the best three players on the Haitian team. So I'm gonna say it again for him. For me, it was Providence, Experience, and Ade. So for me, those are the three guys that I believe were exceptional in my opinion for the Haitian team. So Ale, we got a couple games coming up. Obviously, France hasn't played yet. Portugal has not played yet. Argentina has not played yet. So, what team are you most excited to see uh, coming forward,
I
going
want to see
forward?
France. I want to see France. There's no doubt. I think the France Senegal game is going to be a big game for France. They always kind of struggle with those African teams in the World Cup, and I'm curious to see how they're going to perform against Senegal. I don't think it's going to be an easy game at all. So I'm looking forward to look and watch that game. I think Argentina is going to cruise past Algeria. I mean, Argentina has the easiest group in the league because they want Messi to win his second World Cup, so they're gonna pave the way for
Come
him
on,
to get there.
come on, Ale, man.
Can
Come
I
on,
can I
Ale.
can I can I finish, sir? Can I finish, sir? Yeah.
Come on,
So
man.
yeah, so I think Argentina will easily score 4 goals on Algeria. That's like guaranteed. Um, I'm so sure of it. There's no way Argentina is losing that game. And then Portugal, it's Portugal is favored to win the tournament for some reason. So I'm curious to see how they're gonna play with all those mega stars playing in between like Arsenal and PSG. They have a bunch of players on that team. So I'm curious to see, how that team's gonna come together with Cristiano Ronaldo still on the team and still, want to make an impact. So I'm curious to see how the dynamics gonna be. But I will say for sure the biggest game for me is gonna be France Senegal and see how France, with Dembele, Mbappe. I know Mbappe is the captain, but Dembele is the kingmaker here. So we'll see if there's going to be any ego issues within the French team.
Yeah. We got a couple of people before I kind of say something about what you said. We got a couple of people that say hello. So Miguel, hey, what's going on from a Football Unfiltered team? Thanks for tuning in and watching and watch us. Also, Jeff Polika asked a question. They said, "What did you think of Pio?" So Ale, you wanna answer that question for him?
Pierrot missed the goal, man. Pierrot didn't score the goal that could have brought us, to a draw. So I feel like he fell short. I'm sorry. I feel like our strikers didn't deliver. Since you only talk about PO, I'm going to talk about PO, but I feel like Isidore also fell short. I think there was a lot of, failing. I need a PK and not really trying to capitalize on the opportunities. But I feel like PO needs to do better. I'm expecting him to do better, be more calibrated in his shots, and make sure that he scores. Like you don't get an opportunity like if you watch the Netherlands against Japan game today, which I think was an amazing game, you saw
Yeah,
how those Japanese came back twice to tie the game. Incredible. And those guys are not the tallest guys. They're not the biggest players, but they play together as a team and they were able to equalize the game. So I'm expecting Piero to do way better. And I'm expecting, Isidore to step up and show us what he really can do.
yeah. So I think Pierrot. So obviously Jeff thought that Pierrot was very good. So hey, to each his own. It's hard to criticize forward when they don't get a lot of balls. So you're right. As a forward, you gotta score on your opportunity, right? And he had a great opportunity for the header, and he didn't capitalize on them. But I think the service were not right. I think that of midfield, I kind of go back to what I was saying is the way Bellegarde and the way they use that midfield. So I feel like that midfield was very stretched. So because of that, they couldn't get the right ball to the forwards. So that's something that I hope that next against Brazil we do a little bit better. So for me, yes, we can talk about Pio and Isidore, but if we're looking at the game, how many balls they actually got, for them to be like, oh, they didn't do anything with it, right? So, and I think when you have one person in Belgrade that have to do that, it's just gonna wear you out. And I think that's what happened with him. So I think that I was very shocked that they didn't play Seymour. I thought that Seymour in one of the when we played New Zealand, he looked really good against New Zealand, and then they didn't play him. So I think that they kind of, I hope the coach kind of reinforce the midfield and make the midfield very compact because playing against Brazil, you gotta win the battle in the midfield because the last thing you want is have the midfield uh, dominate you. Now you're gonna put Vini and Rafinha on one on your guys. I mean, that's bad news. So
So
you have to dominate the midfield so they don't get those guys don't see the ball. And that I hope that we make that midfield very crowded for the Brazilian. So every time the Brazilian get the ball, they got two or three guys on top of them because, like I said, you create space. You have those midfielders serving Vini, and then you put Vini on the island against anybody in the world. I mean, I'm just saying, Vini can dominate anybody in the world, even the best defenders in the world. Vini is dominating them. So now you put Vini against those guys one on one. That's bad news for Haiti. So I just hope that we going back and on the drawing board, and then we make sure that we get our midfield under control, and then we dominate the midfield because it's gonna be a quick game. If we try to play the way we played against Scotland yesterday with the 4-4-2, it's gonna be a quick game for Brazil, and it's gonna be over before the first cooling break. So the last thing I want to say, man, and like I said, we wanted to keep this show very short because we want people to get back. Uh, we want people to get back to the game. What's your take on the cooling break, man?
yeah, I know. I don't know, man. I don't think I don't. I don't think I like the cooling break. I think there's too many breaks. I get it. It's hot. They want the people to be hydrated. Maybe it's for health reasons. So if that's the case, I can understand that. But I remember us watching World Cups. We never had so many cooling breaks. I think it kills the momentum of the game. But again, we're not on the field, coach. We're not the ones running around under that heat. It is the summer. You have games in the south, in California. It's very warm. New York, New Jersey. It's very warm. Mexico. So we got to protect the players. If it's for health reasons, then I can understand why. But it slows down the pace of the game. I wish it wasn't that hot, so we could keep the game going.
This is not the first World Cup that's going. This is not the first World Cup that's been played in the summertime. So it's not the first time that we get some heat. But here's my thing, man. They turn a beautiful game into a four quarters game, man. I
Yeah,
mean, what is
they're playing
what is going
commercials.
on,
They're
man?
making money, man. It's
And,
commercials. You
and
know what
yeah,
it is.
that's what it is, man. Because you
Commercials.
think about it, I'm okay, right? We listen. The safety of the players are the most important thing. That's for me. That's important. But there should be some stipulation. So if the humidity it's over this, if it was X amount, yes, you're gonna have to have some cooling break. But let's just not have cooling break every single game. And also, when you have the cooling break, you have the coach. The coach also have the opportunity to coach. So for me, it works better for the coach. So you can just go have the guys come off the field, and then you draw in plays, you make some adjustment. So for me, if you have cooling break, let the guys stay on the field, and then they serve them the water on the field, so they don't leave the field. Now those guys get off the field, talk to the coach. I mean, what are we doing, man?
We're used to
It's,
that. That's how the NFL is. That's how the NBA is. It's like
I
that's the
mean,
American way.
come on, man.
Take a
What are we
break,
doing?
refresh,
Now,
recalibrate,
this
make
is
some
not.
money. You know how it is. Go buy some hot dogs or some soda, some
This
beer,
is crazy,
come
man.
back, and let's watch it.
I mean, we got games playing indoor. I mean, what are we doing, man? We got planes. games playing indoor, we temperature control place. Like, we're gonna have the game in the land gonna be indoor. The game that play, actually the Netherlands against Japan. That was an indoor game in Texas. That's a controlled environment. When we have AC, and then we're gonna have cooling break. Stop it, man. I am. This is ridiculous, and then they're killing the game. I understand. I know, Alain, you've been talking about this. The problem is, soccer is too much of a business. It's such a big business, and everybody try to take all the opportunity to capitalize on that. But don't kill our games, man. You see two different teams. So when you think about it, Morocco was dominating Brazil, and then all of a sudden they went on the cooling break, and then it's a different team. Brazil became a different team.
Yeah.
So and vice versa. And in the second half, Brazil and the first second part of the first half was the better team, and then they went on the cooling break. Now Morocco was. We can't be doing this, man. Listen. I think that they need to have some rules. So if the humidity is over X amount, we have to have the cooling break for both teams. But let's just not make it mandated for every game. There was a game in California when it was low 70s. It was not hot, and then they have cooling break. This is terrible, man. Uh, I think they need to reconsider that thing, especially for the second round, because right now, because one of the things for me makes soccer so different than every other sport, it's it's a it's a player's game, right? You have the players, you have the opportunity to impact the game and do it. Now you put, and that's why I remember when I coached my kids, I was like, unfortunately in soccer we don't have timeouts. There's multiple times I wish I could call timeouts to get the team together, right? But when you're looking at it, man, it's just like now we have timeout, we have guys getting off the field and coach or making changing the game. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I wish it can go away in the second round. So anyway, it was good, man. So I enjoy it. We're just at the beginning of the tournament. This is a tournament is so far. I think from a fan perspective, it's very good. The fans showed out. The game have been very interesting. High level. We've seen some high level soccer, and also we've seen some not so high level soccer as well too. So it's just the beginning of the tournament, so I can't wait to watch the rest of the game. I'm surprised you didn't talk about Spain as one team that you want to look forward to
Mm,
watching. So, but we'll see. So for me, I'm gonna answer your question. Obviously, Argentina is my team. I want to see how Argentina gonna handle the first games being the defending champ. So you realize that Argentina, the two times prior that they were the defending champ, they lost the first game of the tournament. So they
that's not
did the
happening this year.
they.
Okay.
I'm just saying
You
they
can
did
take
they
it to the
lost.
bank. It's not
They
happening
lost the first game. They lost the first game in '82, and then also they lost the first game in
in 90
1990.
against
So
Cameroon.
what I'm saying
Roger
is,
Milla.
yeah, what I'm saying is, this is the first. That happened before. And Algeria, they have a good team. So we'll see. So I like to see. Obviously, I like to see France because France is. Yeah, there's a lot of teams that I like. I would like to see. France, Argentina, obviously, Spain. I like to see Spain, and yeah, and like you mentioned, Portugal. I like to see how Portugal, Colombia. I want to see Colombia as well too. So we got a lot of teams that I'm looking forward to watching in the next couple of days. But anyway, Al, this is it, man. Take us home.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. Again, it's the first of many series of Football Unfiltered where we are going to be talking about the World Cup, the games, what stood out, talk about our favorite teams. Like for us, Haiti is representing us. So we're excited and glad. So we're encouraging all of you guys to come join us, ask us questions. Jeff Polycard, thank you so much for being active on that show. Appreciate your questions and your jokes. That makes it fun and exciting. So again, just a reminder: Football Unfiltered will be in the ATL to represent Haiti and be part of this festivity against our game against Morocco. So again, guys, join us. Go join us online or join us in ATL so we could be representing Haiti. And then let's enjoy the game. Again, this game is about love, unity, and peace. That's the message. I'm so happy to see how people from different countries celebrating together, changing jerseys, dancing, drinking, hugging in the streets. That made me really happy to see that. So, Coach, I know you love that kind of stuff too. So, any last words for our fans here?
No, this is great, man. I think our fans, please be responsible, especially for some of you that go to the game. I know that emotions can be very high. So far, I haven't heard any bad things that happen. Uh, so be responsible. Like Alex said, this is a game for joy, for unity, and I think for us as Haitians, it's an opportunity for us to showcase something that some positivity, because in the news for the last couple of years, anytime we talk about Haiti, it's always bad news. So to see the team come together and the fact that the team is represent us really well, on and off the field. So we love that, and also every other people. I mean, I saw Scotland people, the way Scottish people, the way they were interacting with Haitians. I see Moroccan, the way they interacting with Brazilian, and also you see the passion with the games in Canada and Mexico. So this is great. I mean, for us as soccer fans, this is our time. This is the best time. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, this is our time. This is the best time of the year. Every 4 years, we look forward to that time. So for me, I love it. I love the fact that the level of soccer is very good, and I can't wait. I can't wait to be locked in for the next month to be talking about soccer, and Football Unfiltered will be right with you along the way. And thank you for all the fans. We have a couple of fans that drop some comments and say hi to us. Please keep watching us and watch us. And if you miss the show live, go catch it on YouTube, and also we'll be on Spotify as well too. We put the show in. So thank you guys. Enjoy a month of soccer nonstop. Now things are getting very interesting. Now we're getting multiple games a day. So make us happy. I'm always saying I'm in a good mood right now. So anyway, Alan, thank you for your time, and can't wait to catch you again this week so we can talk about some more soccer.
Thank you, Coach. Have a good one.
See you.